大家好。Everything okay? Yes. Everyone happy? Yeah, I think you look happy. I'm also happy. Yeah. Always when I'm out of some retreat, I'm happy. Even 3 days, 30 days, 3 months. 7 days. I'm going to have another one 7 days. You okay? I just have to chop because I can't afford to have 1 month on stretch or 3 months on stretch. The Buddha did not have much to do. He was a lucky Buddha. Yeah, I am a working Buddha. Yeah, actually, I keep telling you that we practitioners don't need a lot, right? Yes. You need less and less and less every day, correct? Yes. I need more and more and more every day. I don't know why. I think I need a hairdresser, okay? Well, I don't need a lot. I just need a hairdresser, a makeup artist, a dress, a zipper even. Help me to zip up. And to fix some dress when it's not correct. And what else? A driver, you know, for the go-kart in case I wear high heels, it's difficult. What else? And somebody to help me to eat my lunch because it's still there. It's still there from breakfast. No, maybe not eat, but put it all out for me so when I see it, I can eat it quick. I don't see it, I forgot to eat. Yeah. And sometimes it's wait until later on, then the food, it tastes sometimes sour. So I need a lot of things, huh? I need specialists to help me dress up. Yeah, to make look good, nah? And the hairstylist told you already, makeup artist. What else? What else did I say I need?
The nail.
Nails? Oh, yeah. Nail varnishing. Yeah, nails. Nail specialist? Yeah, also. That would cost you a lot. Sounds good to have so many helpers, right? Don't have any? Yeah. Master knows everything. Master does everything. I think one of these days I'm going to retire. Yeah. Too much work. I'm a cave woman, remember? Yeah. Just when I come to see you, I look different. When I'm in a cave, I look really like a cave people. And very comfortable cave people. I forgot, I also need a coach. Trimming coach, exercising coach. They force you, the trainer, yeah? When you alone, you don't want to do it. So you can see the evidence somewhere here, okay? Yeah, never mind. It doesn't matter if I eat or not eat, it's similar all the time. I'm trying hard to trim down, I don't know how to. I need a coach also, nah? To push you, yeah? In the morning, wake you up and run with you 2-3 miles an hour or something. And then drink some, you know, slimming juice or whatever they make you do it. And there's a machine to slim your waist and some seaweed wrap and whatever. You know, seaweed wraps, I don't know, I never did it, but everybody talk about it. You know, in the beauty business. I make you slim, huh? The only wraps I have what these spring roll wraps or these tortilla wraps the kitchen gives to me, and that doesn't help. It just wraps some more on my, where it's not supposed to wrap. It's wrap around here. You know it, right? Yeah. And the thing is, I cannot eat many things. I mean, quite a few things I cannot eat because of different reason. Not allergy. Just if I have some different assistants or people around, then I cannot eat this, I cannot eat that. And sometimes I cannot eat a lot of tofu, gluten. Then I have to eat other things to make up for the protein, yeah? And then what happened, I eat a lot of avocados. These are good for protein and vitamin and stuff. And that packs something here. It wrapped around my stomach. I just eat 1 or 2, 3 days, and then the difference is phenomena. All right, never mind. That's about it. That's about mundane stuff. Now we come to spiritual stuff. You came for this. You didn't come for my rapping, do you? No. Okay, I understand. Now we have some wrapping up to do. Last time we finished where the Lord Mahavira lost his last piece, half a piece of the clothes that he had. It fell off, maybe when he was meditating, and then the greedy Brahman just snatched it and then left with it and went to sell it to the king, and he earned a lot of gold pieces. So that was the first act of freedom from poverty of Lord Mahavira. Of course, apart from other things, before renunciation, his birth caused some people to be liberated physically and financially. Okay, and now after renunciation, he also caused this man to be liberated from poverty and forever, for good. The whole of his life, he never had to worry about financial problem anymore. Okay? So now we continue with Lord Mahavira about his practice now. Okay? Anything else he did before was just like a ceremony and stuff. Yeah? Now it's a real practice, without anything on the body. I guess somebody would come and offer him some food sometimes, or maybe clothes, I don't know. Most of the statues I saw, or the photos, picture of the statues I saw, he has nothing on him. The day after his renunciation, Mahavira, the Lord, the Swami, left Chanatkan. At sunset, he arrived near a small village called Kurmagram. Nowadays, it is called Kaman Chapra. He stopped under a tree and, standing rock still, not moving, started his meditation. He's standing to meditate, like a rock. After some time, a cowherd arrived there with his oxen. He wanted to go into the village. You know a cowherd, right? Cowboy, take care of cows. With his oxen. He wanted to go into the village to do his job of milking the cows. He approached the meditating Shraman and asked, Lord Mahavira, ascetic, please look after my oxen while I go into the village to milk cows. I will return soon. You think you renounce everything, you become a monk, and then you have nothing to do? Hey, somebody even go there and find you and make you become a cowboy, even just for a while. Just imagine. Yeah. Somebody came and begged him for something, and somebody came and asked him to take care of the cow for him. Ay, ay, ay. This world, people busy with these things. You would think if a person with a little IQ see the shaman, the Swami standing there like a rock to meditate on the Lord, on God, he or she would try to emulate, no? Yeah, thinking about life and death and the Four Noble Truths, birth, old age, sickness, and death. They would awaken in them some kind of thinking about the ephemeral nature of our life. But no, what did they do? Ask the Swami for the last piece of whatever possession he had on his body, and even ask him to look after his cows. Was that his job? A monk supposed to be doing nothing more in the world, or this mundane job. Maybe after enlightenment or before enlightenment, whatever he knows, he should preach to people. Huh? And that's supposed to be his job. He studied the master teaching until he assimilated it, until he understood everything of the sutra and whatever holy teaching, and then he can impart it to other people who came and seek wisdom and clarification about spiritual teaching. Yeah, you should think that would be his job, right? No, even looking after cow and what next, we don't know. Okay, so without waiting for a reply, he just went away. The oxen, he just went away like that. Don't even ask, okay, is the monk okay or not okay? He just left the cows and just went away. Imagine that. If you ask somebody to help you, normally you would wait until that person consent, right? Say, okay, I will help you. No. So imagine, why did the cow herd and behave like this? Anybody knows? No, huh? Okay, I pretend I know a little better. Because the monk was helpless. He was just standing there meditating. He didn't move. He probably didn't want to speak, okay, or do anything else. Of course, the cowherd also knew that the monks, they would not refuse you. Unless something harmful, they would not refuse. And besides, he saw the monk, the Mahavira monk, just standing there. So he took advantage of the helplessness of the situation, just dumped the cows there for him, forced him to have to do something. And in his mind, the cowherd thought that, of course, he will have to, move and took care of the cows for him while he is gone away. Because he was pushed into this kind of unwanted, and he cannot refuse, the situation. So he thought, okay, that's it. You got to take care of my cows. I have to go where I have important things to do, like milking the cows. Okay, so because he left like that, so the oxen, uncared for, they stray into the nearby jungle. They just walk anywhere they wanted. On his return, when the cowherd did not find his oxen, he asked, ascetic, where are my oxen? So Mahavira remained silent because he's in retreat, in meditation, and he probably took a vow of silence during this time. Mahavira remained silent. The cowherd grumbled and started looking around. He searched all around throughout the night in vain. The oxen, in the meantime, returned and lay down near Mahavira. When the exhausted cowherd returned in the morning and beheld this scene, he saw his cows laying around this ascetic. So he thought this Mahavira, who used some power or something to manipulate his cows, his oxen, yeah? So then he lost his temper. He took Mahavira to be the thief in disguise, whom he had caught just before the thief was to flee with the oxen that he must have hidden during the night somewhere. Without a second thought, he started hitting Mahavira with the rope he carried for tying the oxen. The hard sisal rope left large inflamed welts on Mahavira's naked body. Even this excruciating pain did not distract Mahavira from his meditation. See that? He just bear everything because he took a vow of equanimity and compassion. There are some more to come, huh? This is nothing yet. But even then, even the first trial, the second trial, the first trial somebody took away his cloth, so he must be cold in the night, you know, or bear in the rain and the wind, whatever happened. And now it's the second time somebody beat him up for no reason like that, before even asking, before even thinking. And he bore it all with equanimity. I have told you before I read this story that I don't know if anyone in the history of spiritual practice would endure so much and sacrifice so much like Lord Mahavira. What I mean is anyone, any normal one, a mortal one, apart from the Buddhas and the saints. Some saints even voluntarily, I read it somewhere before, I forgot his name, voluntarily let people sever his arms, his legs, and even his tongue. And he told the person who executed him like that, who punished him like that please let the tongue be the last so that he can praise the Lord, he can utter some blessing before the tongue be cut off. He did this voluntarily. I read all these things long time ago, before I became the manager of this business, before I took over this job. So I have forgotten the name of the saint. He did that because he understood at that time that his blood, his sacrifice will help his disciples, his followers, and the world at large at his time. So he asked to be punished first, even though he did nothing wrong. So we, mortal people would never be able to accept such a situation and pain without hatred, without revenge, thought even. At least if not action, then the thought. But none. The saints are like that. Same as Jesus, he could have escaped his death, his torture on the cross, but he did not. He knew it in advance. He even told the disciple that before the cock crows, you would have betrayed me 3 times. Something more than that. He even knew who would betray him. He knew everything. He has also some power, and he can heal the sick, brought the dead back to life, and much more. Still, he accepted the crucifixion for the sake of sinners at that time. And the Buddha, the Buddhas. For example, Shakyamuni Buddha, you know his story, right? Since he was a sentient being, like all of sentient beings. He has already been sacrificed many times for others. And when he became Buddha, officially Buddha, he was a Buddha a long time already, since time we could not even count. But he appeared to be a Buddha again, like under the Bodhi tree at that time. After that, he still sacrificed many things. And mostly these things he did alone. Ananda maybe not around, nobody to witness. But here and there, if we read the story of his life as Buddha, we see many. We see many sacrifices. Yeah, like one time he has no food. He has to eat the horse feed for 3 months. And Devadatta tried to assassinate him, but failed, still cut off one of his toes. You know this story, right? Yes. And several more incidents, but never mind. And even when he almost breathed his last, he told his monks not to eat certain mushroom, because he knows it's some poison in there. So after he ate that, he died. Yeah, he has something wrong with the stomach. They just mentioned it briefly because the Buddha would not elaborate. So they did not really know how painful it was to eat poison and die from it. Milarepa also died of poison. Many saints die of poison, either voluntarily or being forced to. Like Socrates, I think he was also poisoned in prison, correct? If I remember well. After enlightenment, I thought I don't have to read anything anymore. So I forgot all this stuff. I'm not well practiced in reading anymore. Only after I have you, then I begin to read some more. But those things I read long time ago, I forgot. Because I was like you, searching for enlightenment, and I thought I could find them in books, in holy scriptures and sutras, or stories of saints and sages since the time began. But I could not find. Only now I read them for you, so that you can see some example of past saints. At this time he wasn't a saint yet, maybe not yet, not complete yet, but he already practiced selflessness, sacrifice, and endurance. So if we, in this life, we found life difficult or trying, hardship, then we should remember all these stories, at least to comfort us that we are not in the dire situation, not as bad and so much pain and suffering like Lord Mahavira or like the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and like other saints and sages. That's some story I have read to you. Okay, huh? This story alone will not bring you enlightenment or promise you any liberation. But as an already enlightened practitioners like you are, it will serve as reminder, okay? So that you're more encouraged, more determined to go on your spiritual path unflinchingly. So we will continue now. So this cowherd was beating him relentlessly. But the master still continued to meditate. Can you do that? Yes, you can? I saw you do this. What mean? You mean no in India, or it mean yes in Taiwanese? Okay, never mind about that. I can't. I will be very distracted. I will be probably yelling and screaming and tell the guy, no, I didn't do it. Not me, I didn't do it. Yeah, I probably will complain. Yeah? I don't know. I haven't been tested so hard like that. Maybe heavens know that I am not so tough, so they have mercy on this little frail woman. Never give me such a terrible test. Yeah, maybe kind of operation and all that stuff, but then you were under anesthesia and you don't feel much, and you wake up after a while and then you'll be okay. And nowadays with medicaments and everything, things are not as bad at those times, especially for the monks like Lord Mahavira, who meditate in the jungle or in the forest without anything with him at all, and in such a lonely place. And still somebody come and whipped him up like that. This is really, the world is really insane. I don't know why the saints and the sages from time immemorial always come back to our terrible world to try to talk to the deaf ears and to the blind eyes people on this planet, and suffer so much unbearable pain and sorrow. I don't know why. Remember my song, Talking to Stone Buddha? It's just one of a little feeling, very short and very light. Sympathy doesn't describe enough the pain and suffering of all the Buddhas and the saints have to go through in order to enlighten the dumb, deaf, and blind people of this world, the heartless beings of this world. The Buddha said that somehow we humans are to be feared even more than animals. I mean the ferocious animal. He said that the worst animals, they would just maybe kill you. Yeah, quick. They don't torture you. And they don't even, not just torture your body maybe, but even your mental, your emotion, your psyche, everything. Animals are not as cruel as humans. That's what the Buddha said. Maybe in Lotus Sutra or Surangama Sutra or maybe Lankavatara Sutra. And in Vietnam we have an idiom, a saying that if you rescue animals, they will repay your kindness. If you rescue humans, they will hate you. They will repay with trouble, pain, hatred. Actually, maybe it's true in some way, in some cases, in some cases. Yeah, just like, meaning if you help animals, they will repay you kindly. If you help human beings, they probably repay you with trouble, pain, suffering, sorrow. You can see here, the Brahman, the Lord Mahavira, has only one piece of cloth. He even shared, give him half of it. Not because the Lord Mahavira at that time feeling like attached to half of that cloth or something, but he thought maybe he needed it just to cover himself for some decency. He just came from the palace where ethic, decency, the code of decent dressing has been imparted to him since he was a little kid already. As a prince, you have to wear decently. You have to wear properly, befitting a royal member. And he just came directly from the palace, where he was so adorned with all kind of beautiful jewelries and expensive dress, and even carried out on a chariot by his servants. And immediately now he has only one piece of cloth. So somehow in his mind is still lingering the thought that he needs to be decent. For what I understand is like that. Of course you would do the same, right? It's just the mind, the habit, and the tradition, the custom that you have been brought up with. And that is normal for any beings at all, even with the Buddhas. Especially at that time, he has not yet regained completely his status of wisdom, of a saint. Yeah, not yet. He just begun his journey to enlightenment. And he just came directly from royal lineage, from royalty lifestyle that he immediately cast aside, but still his mind is still thinking, you have to cover yourself a little bit. After it's taken away, then he is free. He free himself from whatever worry that he still has about decency. That's why he keep going into the jungle, huh? Yeah. Or a remote village when he needs maybe some food or something to sustain his body. And he already gave this Brahmin half of his clothes. And the Brahmins still follow him everywhere for 1 year long. Just wait for the opportunity to snatch the other half of his only possession for decency. There's a good example of how humans repay kindness. And you can see in our Supreme Master television, animals, they're loving, so loving to animals and to other species of animal, not even their own species, yeah? Every time I see this on SMTV, I love this so much. And I wanted to go more on retreat to help them. Understand? It's motivated me more. Or the same as if I see suffering, animal suffering. Humans, we can think of the way to lessen the suffering. We can have medicine, we can have neighbors to help us because we can speak. Or if we can write, we say, I'm in need of help, we can call people. But animals, they are helpless. And they have been tortured, killed, maimed, mistreated every day in our so-called civilization. This is not civilization. It's barbarous, I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking. I know it is. How can we, strong, intelligent, powerful, harassing or torturing or taking advantage of a small, weak and helpless animals, even big ones like cows or something, they're very docile, you know, because they know they practice endurance. They have more contact with heaven than many of the humans do. That's why they endure it. They could do something, but they chose not to. Most of the time they choose not to react or to revenge. But there is one, this is one of the instances that I remember in the circus somewhere. The mother elephant finally revenged and hurt many humans around just because I think they were harassing her baby, her little elephant, to train. You know, they use very harsh and cruel ways to train and to break the elephant, to subdue the elephants into obedience because they scare them so and they break them down. Very cruel practice. I saw that. It hurt and it bleeds and they whip them or cut them, all kind of things. And I don't know if I'm living with humans or I'm living with beasts sometimes. Some people make me think that I'm not living with humans, that I'm not living on earth, that I'm living in hell somewhere. Because even in humans' law, we only punish the bad ones, the criminals. The animals, they do nothing. They're no criminals. Why they have been subjected to such kind of, worse than nightmare, worse than imagination kind of treatment. And it's still going on nowadays on our so-called civilized planet. If I don't think about that, then I still can live. If I keep thinking about that, I just don't want to stay here anymore. I don't know if some humans or many humans are really worthy of any mercy or redemption. If I think about that, pardon my anger. I'm doing a lot more retreat nowadays whenever I can, okay? Be it 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, 5 days, 1 month, whatever I can, okay? So if you don't see me sometimes, please don't try to pull me out by praying this and that, and understand? Just let me do my job also, okay? My job is not only to teach you or entertain you, but my job is inside for other beings, okay? Not just this planet, other planet as well. You help me by meditating and wishing me success in my inner journey. And that's the best you can do. Got that? Okay? Originally, I left on Thursday. And I intended to stay until next Sunday. But I feel some pulling, so I came out. And I go back again, okay? I go back again today or tomorrow. Actually, heaven advised me to begin my retreat for 1 week. Monday, begin tomorrow, yeah? But I couldn't wait. I say, why not now? I have finished some of my urgent job already. I just go. And then they are right. I still have to come back here today and begin again Monday. But at least I have 3 more days extra before. You see? So it's okay. I didn't lose anything. I gained. Huh? Good. That's my calendar, you know, right? My famous calendar. When I read the sutra, I talk a lot more in between. You like it anyway, huh? Yes. Or you don't? Anybody don't like? Raise hand. Yeah, you like it. I know you do. Because if just to read this, anybody can, yeah? Just go on internet and you even could get it without having to buy or pay very little to read. Many of you look so young, just like the day I knew you. I mean, 30 years something ago. Just me, I look old. If you meditate a lot, proportionately, Guan Yin, the light and the sound, you will stay young. Almost until the day you say goodbye to the world. At least your skin is nice and, yeah, and smooth, and you look radiant. Mongolia? Thailand? No Mongolia today? No. Who are behind there? Chinese? 来这里学好东西，回去当好公民嘛，是吗？政府应该颁奖给我才对呀。如果每一个人那个受五戒啊、世俗啊、和平的话，哪一个国家的政府都应该喜欢的，是吗？哎呀，师父是教那些而已嘛，是吗？和平啊，世俗啊，当好公民，是吗？忠君爱国。修身齐家啊，你们是不用治国了，也不用平天下，那个让给政府行了。不过如果你们当好公民的话，政府比较好治国平天下，是吗？是。所以应该颁奖给我啦。不应该找麻烦给这么好人啊，是吗？我是好人是吗？哎呀，不用说什么佛啊、开悟的人啊什么的，我是好人呢。啊，好不好人啊？好，哎呀。平常人家做工作的话，有人会付钱给他呢， 我是付钱给自己做自己的工作，还更好找不到吧？啊，好，继续了。The cowherd was just continue beating him all the time, and Mahavira just bore it all and did not move. And just then, it's too much already. Just then, an overpowering divine being appeared and said in his commanding, powerful voice, "Stop it! You ignorant idiot! You are committing a grave crime. This person is no thief. He is the son of King Siddhartha. He is Shraman Mahavira, a great yogi and a meditating ascetic." One of the heaven beings interfered. He appeared on earth and told the cowherd to stop beating the saints. The cowherd fell prostrate at the feet of Mahavira and, repenting for his ignorance, begged his pardon. The divine being who had interfered was none else but the king of gods, Indra. Indra is not the king of gods, Chakra is. I think they make mistake here, right? Yeah. So Indra is not a king of God. He's a god of rain, but he is the one who offered the Lord Mahavira the divine cloth, remember? Yes. Also tested him before in some very benevolent manner. Just tested his IQ only. Didn't do any harm to him. It wasn't much that he tested. Indra normally did not test very much. Only Chakra, or maybe the heavenly beings in his court of heaven that would test the people more severely. So the Lord Indra has appeared, as a normal being next to the Mahavira, the saint, and interfere on his behalf because he was beaten, bleeding, and scarring everywhere. So after he spoke thus and the cowherd repented, he bowed, the Indra god, bowed before Mahashraman, mean a great yogi. Disturbed by the inflamed marks on the body of Mahavira, he said, "Prabhu," it's just another one of the respectful title that you address a yogi, like Babu, Prabhu, Baba, Babaji, Maharaji, Swamiji, etc., etc. Yeah. So he said, Indra god said to Lord Mahavira, because he saw him bleeding and a lot of wounds everywhere on his body. So he said, "Prabhu, these ignorant people will continue to cause you pain due to their foolishness. Please allow me to be in your attendance to provide you protection." Wow. Mahavira replied in all humility, "Devraji," mean Devra or Diva is a title you address the god. It's just Sanskrit name for God. Yeah. Mean the divine presence, divine beings, more than mortal humans. They would say Deva or Devi, depends on male or female. But some person on this planet, if he is very enlightened and benevolent and very respected by people, they also address them like Deva or Devi. Correct, Indian? Yeah. I learned some of these terms when I was in India, yeah. But I forgot a lot of them already. It was decades already, understand? Before I know you. Before some of you were even born. So Mahavira humbly replied to the god, "Devraji" means great divine being, Devraji. "You should know that an ascetic on the spiritual path reaches the goal of purity with the help of his own practice. courage, and discipline. It is never with the help of the king of gods or the king of demons that a soul sheds all its karmas and becomes an arhat, saint, like Bodhisattva also, or get liberated. Full of reverence and praise, the king of gods or Indra, either it is the king of gods and they wrote the wrong name, but they say the king of gods. Could be that he is also king of all the rain gods, because the rain gods, not only one, they have also their own corner of heaven kingdom, and they take care of raining, okay? But they also help people when somebody deserves it. And they also could punish people when somebody deserves it too. I mean, small crimes. I remember reading somewhere in another sutra of Buddha. I don't know how to find that sutra. I don't remember where it is. I just remember the story, okay? So I tell you, because I will not be able to find it, to read it to you. In one of the Buddha's story, there was one person. He is very, very stingy. The most miserly person that you could imagine. He has a lot of money, and he has a lot of possessions, good house, and all kind of things. He doesn't treat his relatives and friends well at all. He saves everything he has. And even if he wants to eat something, also very little that he spends on himself even. Not like he practiced asceticism or he is enlightened so that he know how to feel satisfied without having a lot. It's not like that. He's a miserly person, very, very stingy. So he did not spend anything at all, just amassing wealth and property forever like that. One day he bought some snack and some wine, through alcohol. And he went into an empty field, hiding away from all his family's members and friends. So he stayed in the field there, well hidden, in the clearance, but well hidden, so he can eat and drink all by himself without anybody come and looking or wanting something from him, that badly. And then he was eating to his fill, some cheap stuff, cheap alcohol, and drinking until he got drunk. When he's drunk, he said, oh, even the God in heaven, Indra or Chakra, are not as happy as I am, not as fortunate as I am. Look at me. I have food, I have drink, I feel happy. Oh, I dare the God to compare with me. Oh, the God happened to pass by and heard it. Oh, Chakra, it was even, not just Indra. Chakra, you know him, right? You know him through many stories that I introduced to you. Don't ever mess with this God. He doesn't know any leniency. So he heard that. Oh, he was so mad. Such arrogance, and ignorance. So he went straight to his house, the house of this miserly person. Yeah, he went to this stingy person's house and disguised himself, transformed himself into this miserly person, and took out all his food and money and possession, give it all to all his relatives and friends, invite everybody in the village, come eat and drink, anything they want, he gave away. Everybody was surprised, was so happy. Oh, what's wrong with this guy today? How come he gave us so many things? Invite us to eat and drink. Say like that. So everybody was happy and praising him and prostrating in front of him, carrying him on the chariot, running around singing song. And the miserly guy, after sleeping a little while and awakened from his slumber because of intoxicant of the drink, he came home, seeing, what? What's going on in my house? Why? Everybody was eating my food, wearing my clothes, riding on my chariot, sitting on my chair, wearing my hat. trying on my shoes. Oh my God. And eating away and drinking and, have a merry go-round kind of party. He was so mad. And he saw in the middle of it, sat, like a king person, looked exactly like him. He went from one surprise to another. And he was having so much pain because his properties, his food, his clothing, his possession is all going everywhere. And that person kept giving right in front of him. And he came in, he shouted on top of his voice, "Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Why are you giving away my possession and let people eat my food? Who are you?" And he said, "Who are you?" I should ask, who are you making noise? Huh? We are having a party here, and you don't behave well. If you don't disappear, I will call my household security guard and they will beat you up. Go, move. Huh? If you value your life, move. And the man, of course, he feels so more painful for the possession that he's losing than fearing for his life. He continued to lament and making a scene right in front of his courtyard, the house. And then, of course, the security, everybody now don't care about who he really is anymore. They threaten him and they put the sticks and everything and try to beat him, so he run away. He looked exactly the same like the guy who sit on the chair and giving away to charity, but they don't care. Because this guy who sat on the chair was good one. You see, giving them things, invite them to eat and drink, so why would they worry about who that guy is? He said many things to prove that he's the owner of the house, but they don't care. The chakra god said the same thing before he even opened the mouth. He said everything exactly like he know every corner of his house, every hair on everybody else's head. So they don't even know who is who, but they don't care because this one is good one. Yeah, charitable, generous, and kind, and happy. So they drove the real owner away. So he was crying, not because of the beating, but because of the pain that he's losing all his property and food and all things that he accumulated all his life, with all love and passion. So he ran to the Buddha. Everybody else ran behind him, including the god Sakra. They also walked with him, like just going, chasing him out. And the Buddha nearby, so they went to the Buddha. And the real miserly person, the owner of the house, was complaining to the Buddha. He said, "Buddha, you all compassionate, all seeing, all knowing, please help me. This guy, I don't know where he came from. He impostor, yeah? He imposted me. And then he took away all my possession that I saved hard all my life and asked everybody in the village to come and eat all my food in my store and give away all my things. Now I have nothing and even get beaten up. Please, Master, please, Buddha, please save me. Please do something." And the Buddha looked at the god Sakra, and he knows it is a god Sakra who made trouble. So I say, "What are you doing?" The Buddha asked Sakra, "What are you doing?" So Sakra returned to his own godly form and bowed to the Buddha and said, "Well, Honored One, this man, he is so stingy. All his life, he never gave anything to charity or help anybody. And just now, some hours ago, he bought just some cheap cakes and some cheap alcohol, and he went into hiding in a field and then drinking until he's drunk and eating until he's filled, and then he even dared to insult the gods in heaven. That's why I wanted to just teach him a lesson." So Buddha said, all beings on this planet, they all have some trouble. They all have some mistake, some flaws. So please just forgive him, won't you? So the god Sakra said, "Okay." And if he apologized, so the man apologized to the god. But he'd say, "Buddha, he took all my possession. Now I come home for nothing. I have nothing." And the god Sakra said to him, No. I took nothing from you. Not at all, not even one hair. Now you go back home and you see everything is just exactly where it was. Nothing missing. He just used his power to manifest all this, just to teach the guy a lesson, but he did not take anything. Oh, what for he need anything? The God, they can manifest anything whenever they want. So the guy come home, really, everything was still there. Exactly like it was before. I'm just telling you a story because before that I say they can punish you or can also award you. Nah? So like Indra gave Lord Mahavira this beautiful piece of cloth. Yeah, this from divine. Has shining light, understand? And have protective power as well. Not just a normal piece of cloth. That's why it's worth thousands pieces of gold. And the one who knows it would buy it like that. So, okay, the king of the gods departed after paying due respect to Lord Mahavira. Now, there's another one. This one is a story about the affliction by Supani. You have 18 more minutes until your meal time. Can you bear it? Yes. Just to prove that you are a little ascetic? Sawa? Good? De acuerdo? Okay, continue one story or maybe half, it depends. This is the affliction by Supani, maybe another planetary earthling, okay? Wandering, Mahavira one day arrived near a small, forlorn village on the banks of river Vegvati. Outside the village, on a small hillock, stood a temple surrounded by scattered heaps of bones and skeletons. Oh, scary. Something going on here, nah? Somebody eat humans' flesh. Considering it to be an appropriate place for his practices. Yeah. For us, if we see all these bones and skeletons, we would be scared, right? And run away because that's a kind of a ghost residing place or demon something, some evil place. But he thinks this is a very good place for meditation. Mahavira sought permission from the villagers to stay there for a while. He went to the villagers in the village and asked their permission whether or not he could stay there. Very polite indeed, huh? The villagers informed him that this forlorn village was once a prosperous town. The ferocious lance-wielding demon named Supani Yaksha is a Yaksha demon, yeah. In the former life, it means he eats the flesh, he eats human flesh or animal's flesh or drink their blood, thing like that. Yaksha. Like you say Dracula stuff. Oh, is there another word for it?
Zombie.
Zombie? No, not zombie. Vampire. Yeah, that's the word. Just prove that you could forget things, yeah? Just a few decades ago, I rarely use that word, or sometimes we don't normally use that word, so I forgot. Just like we have been from heavens. We came down here long, many lifetimes, and we forgot also our origin. And that's normal and logical, huh? But the villager told him that the Yaksha demon, who dances and laughs on heaps of bones, had turned this Vatman village into Athikram, meaning the village of bones. The temple under question was his temple, and he did not allow anyone to stay there. Not the villager, not allow, just these Yaksha demons did not allow anyone to stay. So if at all somebody stayed, he did not come out alive. The villagers tried to dissuade Mahavira from staying in the temple, but Mahavira was determined to root out fear and sow the seeds of courage. Oh, I wouldn't. Would you? No. That's why I say he's very brave, very courageous, yeah? His name, huh? Also. No, Vatman means everything is increasing. He also increasing his own courage, fearlessness over the time. Wow. Maybe it's man stuff, right? We're women, we rely more on common sense than just courage, right? Yeah, I must tell you, I would not dare if I see bones and skeletons and hear the villagers say like that. I don't think I would dare to stay there. I would find somewhere else, less scary, nah? I used to be scared of darkness, nah? I would like to sleep right under a lamp when I was young. After the adults keep telling you story about ghosts and demons and tigers and lions and stuff like that, and they send you into your little dark room alone. I say, no, I sleep here, right under the lamp, right in the middle, under the lamp. And then after I sleep, they carry me in my room anyway. And then after that, I guess I slept already, I didn't care. I used to see some apparition, yeah. Not clear, not like I see you, it's just transparent, yeah. And later I know they're just protector for me, you know, like angels. They're so white, but clear white, clear. But have a form though, it's just clear. It's not solid like we have flesh. When I was young, huh? And I thought, oh, what if I see more of them? What am I going to do? And they told me all kind of ghost story. You know, in the village, they love to tell ghost story. Or some tiger that became demons or stuff like that to scare the kids. To scare the kids to behave. And they say, oh, if you do this, do that, then the demon tiger will come, you know. And you know what happened, just like in the story. Or the ghost from the cemetery, you know, like in the story, will come visit you. Then all the kids behave. That's what they think. They just scare them only. They behave still the same. Kids are kids. They forget quickly, right? Yes. So he insisted. And by evening, he was standing at a spot within the temple, completely lost in his meditation. When darkness descended, the air was filled with airy sounds. Sopani, the demon with a lance, appeared in the courtyard and started emitting fearful trumpeting noise. He was surprised to see a human being standing fearlessly in meditation. He produced thunderous roar that shook the thick walls of the temple. But the ascetic still did not move, did not react, nor did he show any horrifying outward reaction. He don't care, he just standing there and meditate. He didn't show anything, not moving, not afraid, not showing any appearance of fear. So a mad elephant appeared. I think the demon manifested an elephant. So an elephant, a mad one, crazy elephant appeared and goaded, oh God, Mahavira with its pointed tusk. Terrible. It lifted him in his trunk and tossed around. When this had no effect on Mahavira, a horrible ghost appeared and attacked Mahavira with its large canines and claws, teeth, fangs and claws. Next appeared a black serpent that attacked Mahavira with its large venomous fangs and toxic breath. Finally, he caused extreme pain in the 7 delicate spots within Mahavira's body, like the eyes, the ears, nose, head, teeth, nails, and the back. That's why I told you, I don't know if anyone could undergo such asceticism and sacrifice like Lord Mahavira did. Now you understand, yeah? Yes. This is not the end yet, okay? I'm warning you. So Mahavira had an endless capacity to tolerate pain. I don't know how. Even this extreme agony failed to pierce the serenity of his composure. Drained of all his demonic energy, he's tired. The demon is tired. So Supani became apprehensive. Demons and ghosts and magicians, for example, magicians also, they have their power, of course. They can use them to do good or cause destruction. But this energy is not forever. Huh? That's why this guy, a demon, is exhausted now. Yeah. So he was thinking that he was facing some divine power much stronger than he. And he was heading towards his own destruction. He thought he's going to die now. Disappear, destroyed. All of a sudden, a divine spiritual light illuminated his inner self. Even demon has divine light and can be awakened. Slowly, his anger subsided. Fear dissolved, and a feeling of goodwill took over. Mahavira felt touched then, at that time. So he opened his eye. Then the demon was utterly humble, and with great humility begged Mahavira's pardon. Mahavira opened his eyes and raising his hand and said, Supani, anger supplements anger, and love begets love. If you do not cause fear, you will become free of all fears always. So destroy the poison of your anger. Instead of destroying others, just destroy your own poison. So Mahavira spent his first monsoon day as the Astic Gram in that Bones temple. Okay. Ha! On time. On time for you to go enjoy some other ascetic practice in the kitchen. Last time, I also enjoyed. I did not have a breakfast or lunch at that time. And when I went there with some guests, some foreigners. Anybody who's not Taiwanese is foreigners here, okay? Me too. So I was also entitled to have a meal like the foreigners. It was really asceticism, yeah. You eat until you get so tired. What a suffering. So I told some of the people, worker around, I said, wow, this kind of suffering is willingly endured. Because they cook such a good things, very good food. Okay, it's 4 o'clock now. You go enjoy your food. A few days ago, before I went on to a short retreat, Her Excellency, the former 2 times Vice President of Taiwan, came and paid a visit. Oh, they cooked such a delicious food, but I already had lunch, I thought if every day they cook me like this, I would never get out of my door. Not be able to squeeze out, we have to make a bigger door. But it was really good. They cook with love and taste also. I don't know what they cook today, okay? So if you're lucky, we have good food. If not, don't care. Okay, huh? Yes. Yeah. All right, let's go. Vamos. Andiamo. Thank you very much. No. Hello. Hello. Yeah. You're big people, eh? You like kids, loving cakes, candy, stuff. Hey, 再见了。全省都来哈 ，very good。每个礼拜打坐2天这样，有没有进步？有没有觉得好一点？是啊，真的是有的，最少这样 ，OK？ 我也是尽量嘛，每个月几天啊，一定要的，不然的话，我们打坐每天不够，不够给别人了，也许够给自己，不够给别人，不够给国家，不够给隔壁，不够给那个亲戚朋友了啊。OK， 所以多认真一点，好不好？做会不会很酸啊？就一直睡觉而已，当然不会了，太舒服了啊！哎呀，哪一种人设计这些，当然给人家休息的了啊！我如果在这里，我也会又困了。这样就说修行嘛啊！就比椅子有靠背啊，是啊，然后还有那个什么茶席，哇，还有那个软软的那个，哇，锡箔垫啊，哎呀呀，还有椅子在上面，哇，还有2杯呢，不是1杯而已，一个在下面，然后一个又在上面。还有小电风扇哦，真的修这么苦吧？我如果在喜马拉雅山有那些多好，没有。OK， 尽量照顾自己。修这么苦，谁敢修啊？电风扇也带来了，哎呀。那我何必这么多余，叫他们弄什么冷气、热气？真的太多余，多操劳哈，多余操劳是吗？你们都很会照顾自己。好了，我知道了，以后不用再说了。男孩子是这样吗？男孩子也有电风扇吗？夏天你们不要后面靠背那么多，会更热，懂了？后面有空气比较好，下面有空气也比较好。哎 ，Thank you， 谢谢啦，去吃饭啊。